So anyway, this is Mr. Dark. I'm sure most of you know that who is into Stranger Things, and my son's wearing a shirt backwards. So anyway, Jonathan Core, the Halloween expert, who puts together all these animatronics from Spirit, Home Depot, and Party City, he wanted to modify, right? What'd you want to do here? 8 foot wasn't big enough for Jonathan, so he wants to go bigger. That's why we're going to do monster trucks, because we go bigger. So, instead of being 8 foot, Mr. Dark, Jonathan modified it with a longer pole inside the body. Right now, the guy's standing probably close to more than 6 foot, I would say. He's close to 7. His fence is about that high. Unless I'm the same size as the fence. Yeah, he's a little taller than me. Or maybe the same. Yeah. Anyway, so now usually Mr. Dark is pretty tall, right?
Sorry for the wiggling around, everybody.
So let's see what Mr. Dark looks like now with the modification that Jonathan put in.
Man, that's huge.
Now the only thing, that's pretty tall, but the only thing that we're concerned about is the integrity of the, what's in there?
It's the dark, it's very dark.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty freaking tall. That's almost as tall as the 12-foot skeleton, or probably, it's probably, yeah, I would say about 11 feet. Yeah, it looks like 11 feet. But anyway, so we don't feel comfortable with this thing because if it's too windy, we think that the metal pieces inside might crack off, and the piston, right? That plastic piston down there. I mean, it looks really, really awesome. There's no doubt about that. But we just don't feel it. We don't feel it's going to handle the load, especially with the wind and stuff.
That's really awesome. That's a great idea.
All right, so he doesn't want to plug it in, but I think maybe we're going to try one plug-in attempt, and then
we did it, right?
He's really afraid. He doesn't want it to break.
Jonathan loves these things.
What do you think's going to happen? The piston's going to snap?
Right down there, that piece of plastic.
Everybody, what do you think we should do here? Should we go for it? This wasn't a cheap thing, and it's impossible to get this guy now. And we don't want to break him for Halloween.
Press pause, press pause. So just a quick, just to tell you guys what happened. So after we put Mr. Dark back to normal, we noticed inside the wire was very, very frayed from, we don't know why, but it just was frayed, like skinny little wire. And then I popped it off by mistake. And then I opened inside the little plastic piece on that piston and took out the wire. And I was going to redo it and resolder it. And then we were kind of rushing because we had to go. We had to go to dance. But anyway, long story short, too late. I broke it. I broke the piece inside because it's just, these things are made to break. They're not going to last forever. They're made very cheap. But yeah, we broke Mr. Dark. So then Jonathan was really, really upset because Jonathan loves animatronics. And is Mr. Dark your favorite? Mr. Dark is his favorite. And you can see how many views we got too. Look, this is why we're doing this. 149 views since yesterday. So we're really into this Halloween stuff and animatronics and posting videos now because it's fun. Something we do together. But so anyway, yesterday I told John this. Listen, I said, you know, we could exchange it if they have one and get another one. You know, I was going to try to fix it, but I was like, the better thing to do is just get one that's fixed because this thing was already broken. And we also got, who? Who did we get? Who? We got Harvester of Souls from a Spirit, but it was a display one. And it was also broken. What was wrong with the Harvester of Souls?
It wasn't lifting up the girl.
Yeah, the girl wasn't lifting up. And it didn't come with that metal. It didn't come with the adapter, the O adapter to hook up the fog machine. So anyway, so we went to, I don't know if it's a flag Spirit, flag store.
It's not a flagship. No.
It could be because it had everything. But anyway, we went to a Spirit that is in Brooklyn. That's, I think, one of the only ones in Brooklyn. And I mean, we went there before and we racked up. We got Harriet Hustle.
No, we got
Sitting Scarecrow that day.
We didn't get Henry Hustle. We ordered him online.
No, Henry. Oh yeah, we did. That's right. We got Harriet Hustle there. We got Sitting Scarecrow and we got Nightcrawler. So we got some good, cool dudes there, right? And they had a lot more. They had Grimm, they had Baphamet, they had Mr. Howell. I don't know, I can't remember who they had back then, but so we went there yesterday, and I'm like, let's just go see what happens. Let's see if we can exchange Mr. Dark and Harvester of Souls, and we'll see if they have anything else that we can grab, because this is it, last week for Halloween. So little did we know that yesterday was the last day to exchange anything from Spirit. And Jonathan saw this note, written on a wall, like in paper, in pen and paper. So it's like I was like, wow, this is like meant to be. And sure enough, as soon as I get there had to be 30 people or more online. I went to the girl in the front. I said, listen, we're just exchanging stuff. And she goes, no, go ahead. If you're exchanging stuff, go ahead. So I went in with talked to the guy. I went in to see if they had it. I showed Jonathan on video call. They had Mr. Dark in a box. It wasn't a perfect box and looked like it might have been used already, but you never know. So we said, listen, I'm going for it. So I grabbed it. I just put it right to the front. I said, I'm going to take this one. I'm going to exchange it, whatever. Then I went back and I looked around, and then they had a Harvester of Souls display. So I talked to the manager. I said, we'll take the display. We'll take Mr. Dark. Can we exchange him? Yes. Then all of a sudden I looked around and they had Baphamet, and Jonathan really wanted Baphamet. And I said, would you do, half price on Baphamet? They gave me a good deal on Baphamet. Then all of a sudden everything worked out in a way where we just got the sickest deal on Baphamet. Did not pay full price. Didn't even come close to paying full price. Not even paying half price. And we exchanged Mr. Dark and Harvester of Souls. And I'll just show you outside quick because they're all outside. We set them up last night. Jonathan did anyway. It rained a little bit too, which, whatever. But we set them up and they all work almost perfectly. The only thing is Baphamet does have a small little issue on his crank when his arm goes up and down. And one of the little pieces in there is plastic broke. It's like a plastic metal, maybe plastic painted metal, but that cracked. But anyway, it does work. It talks. It moves left and right. It spins in the turn, like the pivots, but the arms don't go up and down the way it's supposed to. So that's one thing that we have to take care of, and maybe we'll try to figure it out and drill it. But so far, Jonathan's very happy. And the other coolest thing is that the Harvester of Sorrow, that's Metallica, Harvester of Souls, he works perfect and she works perfect. And we hooked up the fog machine last night, and the expression on Jonathan's face is all made it all worth it more. So it was awesome. But anyway, we're going to set these guys up later on today out in the front. We're going to get our display going now. And we also spoke to a couple different guys that have displays with animatronics outside. We asked them how do they waterproof it. And what Jonathan and I am going to do is when, if it's going to rain or even at nighttime when it's time to go to bed, we're going to put huge garbage bags over all of them. Maybe take apart some of the stuff, and we're going to weatherproof it ourselves. So that's going to be later on today and tomorrow. And that's it. So anyway, keep those likes coming, keep the views, and subscribe to our channel if you like Halloween stuff, and if you like monster trucks and all fun stuff, and want to see our adventures. Subscribe to our channel, because we promise we're only just getting started. Hang loose.